house in Central Oregon. We had to come back here because we flew down to Vegas for our daughter's wedding and spent a little time with family, which has been great. But we were getting a little restless, so it was time for us to head out again. We are currently hooked up, loaded, and headed over to Silverton, Oregon, where we are going to spend the night at a Harvest Toast. It is, I believe it's called Paradise Vineyards. Super excited. We've had great experiences with Harvest Toast so far, so we're excited to see what this one's going to be about. From Silverton then, we're going to keep headed on north. One of the things about traveling locally in an area that you're familiar with is you know all the tricks of the roads. You know, like, oh, you can take this shortcut here, or you can take that shortcut there. You also know, yeah, don't do that intersection with a trailer on behind. These are some of the things we're having some anxiety about as we venture into other parts of the country that we are not familiar with.
Just thought of something. Forgot to put the safety pin in the latch that holds the fifth wheel on. So we better get pulled over here pretty soon. Safety first.
I would say that pack-up day is probably one of the most kind of stressful days because you want everything latched in place just right. You don't want anything flying around in the trailer. And there's always all these little things you have to think about, and you only have to think about them on travel day. So the longer you stay in one spot, the easier it is to forget them. What would you say the worst part of travel day is for you?
I think it's slow. Just you got to be methodical, make sure you get everything done and not forget anything, like the safety latch. The longer you're at someplace, the easier it is to forget the little things. That's the main thing. You just don't want to forget anything.
Being a native Oregonian, one of my favorite little towns is probably Sisters, Oregon. It's not very big. I'll have to look up the population on it, but it is just the cutest little quaintest town. It's a total tourist town, and it has great little shopping all along the main drag there. There's a bakery. Oh, gotta hit Sisters Bakery. We probably won't hit Sisters Bakery going through with the trailer because parking with a large trailer is not an option in downtown Sisters. But the Ponderosa Pines and the scenery, and it's right at the base of the Cascade Mountains, so you have gorgeous views from town. Okay, let's talk about Sisters and why I love it. There are lots of places to stay in Sisters. Sisters has a campground smack in the middle of it. It is called the Sisters Creekside Campground. I will put a link in the description. You can stay right there and you can walk into town. It's got this darling little creek with a bridge and kids will love it. It's your typical campground. So you can check that one out. Now, if you want to go a little farther out, you can go all the way through Sisters through the west side, and you can go over to what is called Cold Creek Campground. Cold Creek Campground has no amenities other than a fire pit and maybe a picnic table. So you're dry camping. So you just need to be prepared when you go out that direction, and you're close to a lot of trails. So if you are up for hiking, or there is even a horse camp up there if you would like to bring your trailer over, and you can look that up. So there's tons of camping in that area. There also is boondocking, so some dispersed camping out that direction, which you can do. I'm putting a link in the description for the dirt, which specifically pinpoints certain areas there because there's tons of it. Most of it all is on Deschutes National Forest ground and off of Forest Service roads. If you're not going to camp, or if you have someone who wants to meet you there are a couple really cute lodges or places you can stay. One is Five Pines Lodge, link in the description. The other one, which I've always wanted to stay at because it's super cute and it's really new, is called The Scout. And I will also include a link for that one as well. But lots of places to stay and lots of things to do. Try to go up the Old Mackenzie Highway because the views up there are fantastic. Do not take your trailer on this. It is limited in length and it is seasonal because of the snow. There's a couple of events that happen in Sisters that are super fun. One they call the biggest little show in the world, and that is the Sisters Rodeo, which is usually the first weekend in June. And then there's also the Sisters Quilt Show, which is fantastic. Their entire town shuts down and it's quilts hung all over all these buildings in front of everybody so you can walk through and look at all of them. I'll put the links down below, and if you've been there before, comment. Let me know if you've been there and what was your favorite thing that you did when you were in Sisters. If you haven't, you don't want to miss it. That I love about traveling over the passes through the Cascades in the fall is all of the deciduous trees and plants. Their leaves are changing, and we're just at the start of the leaves starting to turn colors on the maples, the Japanese maple trees.
So we did manage to put some Timbrens in while we were staying at Kelly's brother's place, and it has really helped with the chucking and just the ride overall. Definitely a thumbs up on that upgrade. The Timbrens were super simple to put in, like literally just 2 bolts, remove the old bump stop, put these ones in their place, and piece of cake. Easy, half-hour job.
Well, RV Trip Wizard just took us smack through the middle of Old Town Silverton. That was fun. Good Lord, that was tight.
We had 6 inches on each side. It was fine.
Whoo! Hold your breath. Finding level spots to park your truck at a harvest house can be a bit of a challenge. So we're looking for something right now. Notice we had to do 1 block on that side, but 3 on this. And we also always carry some boards with us. We have room enough in the back of our truck that we can put those in. Helps us level up so we can use our auto levelers and keep our world from rock. Okay, we're going to taste wine. Here we go. Got the generator running for the dogs so that they can stay cool. You can hear it. Shouldn't be too hot tonight, but it feels really nice because there's a breeze outside. So we're gonna head up to the vineyard, to the tasting room, try some wine.
The wineries have the most room so far. Right? But you always manage to get a winery instead of a brewery.
I look for breweries. There just haven't been as many. I mean, I like beer.
And there happens to be a lot of vineyards in Oregon.
There are a lot of vineyards.
In the Willamette Valley.
Particularly in the Willamette Valley. Should we get up early in the morning to see if we can see a grape harvester? I don't know anything about grape harvesters.
Well, we're not gonna get up late enough to
I've never seen them harvest grapes, so I don't know what it looks like. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll get to check them out in the morning. This, my friends, is a manure spreader. Plywood bottom, metal sides.
So,
but Steve tells me that he may have worked on one in the past.
Growing up, my dad had an old wooden manure spreader. This is fancy because it's metal. Ours was wooden. And it had a couple of handles up on the front. And I mean, this manure moves back through here. And those things, it'll throw that manure 30 feet in the air. And just in every direction. And I can remember riding around in the back of the truck while Dad was pulling it. And we would get hit with manure in the back of the truck. Yeah, it was an amazing time back then.
Cool. A number of years ago, I got to go to what was called a crush event with a really good friend of mine, Sierra, and her mom, Jerry. It was up in Washington, and I didn't know what the crush was at the time. I was like, a crush is what you had when you were like 14 and you really liked a boy. That was a crush. So the crush is actually when they pick the grapes and they actually crush the grapes to get the juice out of them. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever watched that old Lucille Ball clip.
I haven't.
They take off their shoes and they had these old wooden vats and they would crush the grapes with their feet. Yeah, they would stomp on them. That's like the old school way of crushing grapes and getting the juices out of them. I don't think they let you do that anymore. I would like to ask them some questions about the crush and how they actually crush the grapes now instead of using people's feet. we woke up in the middle of the night to crazy rain. It was raining like crazy last night. Overcast, cloudy. This air smells super fresh. It's beautiful. Getting everything packed up, letting the dogs run around for a little bit, and we are headed north up to Mossy Rock, Oregon, where we're going to do some hiking. We arrived at Riff Lake Campground with enough time to make a fire and some dinner while we enjoyed the sunset. Be sure to check out our next video on Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier National Park. But wait! Before you go, subscribe, like, and ring that bell.